Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for episode 50 of our Solo World playthrough with no mods on update 11. As you remember, the last one it carried on a little bit longer than it should have, but we were starting to set up mechanics and starting to do some of the items that are needed to get the rest of the mechanics tables. In this episode, we will continue that and get the shaper and the lathe and eventually get the small paper mill up along with the laboratory. Hopefully get all that done in this episode. So, now that the game is reloaded, let's get the title screen off. So we are, a little bit of time has passed since I ended the last episode. I brought the iron ore up so that we can crush it from down below where we had dug it. This is waiting for a place to put our crushed limestone. This is waiting for nothing because it has nothing left. Granite, we do have that, so let's go ahead and crush this granite, get rid of it. We know we have 13 more laying around, so we'll go ahead and crush that, everything that's in there, and then we'll move 13 over. I believe the paper book is done. So yes, it is done, so let's find it. Where did it go? We don't have the pages anymore, so we had to have made the book. It's just a matter of where the book went. So that's the mechanics one. Shouldn't be any of these because we've been putting them in order as we've made them. I'm confused. I am seriously confused. Oh, it hasn't made it yet. See, I told you I was confused. So we need 5 basics. So let's go to geology basics and make 5 of them. So 10 minutes plus the 5 minutes left on, 10 minutes in total. We'll have the book. Mechanics level 2. That's from just making the iron plates. Here we won't have nothing. We were making pipes for the pistons. We just don't have the iron. We're currently crushing that. We're making more sand to get rid of a lot of this as we crush this. We were going to make more bricks. So let's drop down, come over here and make shale brick. We have 24, so we can do, 24. So we can do 6 crafts. That will get us 48 more wet brick. So that's 48 bricks. And we have no bricks right now, so we'll go ahead and queue up 48 here because that's what's going to come out. So now it's just waiting on the wet bricks that are being produced there. We need more sand, that's for sure. So, do we have another empty cart up here somewhere? No. Alright, this, we can take these and throw them in there. We got 20 left over. We're going to throw them right here for now because that's a temporary stockpile for throwing stuff. We'll come down here, we'll start digging up some of this sand in order to add to our stockpile since we used a lot of it making glass. Hey, dummy, dig 3 at a time. I'm so used to having to do 1 at a time. We'll end up getting all this sandstone out of here to widen this to our full width of the road. Got a lot of digging to do before long. We want to get all these roads in 5 wide. Now I'm starting to try to dig more than I can carry. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. If we bring this up, we can drop it into the stockpile that's just off the ramp here. So we could go right here and then pull all of this and drop it directly. Thought we could. Obviously not. Not close enough. There. Get us more sand. Alright, so we're working. No, you're not, because you don't have any place to put the crushed limestone. So the worst thing we could do is actually make more glass. That would use up some more sand. But we're using so much mortar, we might as well go ahead and make 200 more. That'll use up 100 sand. Mortar is something you can never run, or you never want to run out of, because it's either for roads or it's for pottery. I forget what else. But here our particle boards, we've used up all our wood pulp. The thing we wanted to look at too was, we said the storage silo. We're going to use pipes. I think we're making enough pipes above what we need for the table to make this, so we'll craft one of these. We'll find the pipes. Nope. Alright, let's go here. We need wood, lumber. We don't have any, so we need to make some. We need at least 10 for this. We have 80. We don't have nails. Actually, we can do 160 crafts of lumber. Lumber is a carpentry skill. And our carpentry skill is currently at 5. So we need, what, 7,500? And this is going to get us... So if we do 75 crafts... But 75 is an odd number for this, so we'll just go ahead and do 70, and then, because we're already getting some for making this. So do that. It means we're going to need some nails, because we're going to be short 88, so we need to make at least 90 nails. So nails, 90, that's 5. This is 55, so we need at least 10. We'll queue up to get some calories and fill that up. And then we also need more boards. Going to need another 124. So come over here, make more boards because they're half per. So if we do, we need to do more than that. Let's do 150. We got plenty of wood. That's not the problem. We just need to keep crafting. More food. Okay, put that there, put that in there. We're full there. Fill that one up. That one's maxed out. That's maxed out. That's stopped. That is maxed out. That is maxed out. Using those. That was maxed out. We haven't done the iron yet. So how much? We have 2.5, so we could do 20 right now for sure. Let's go ahead and queue that up. 20 gets us 20 concentrates. 20 concentrates. It's not quite 20, but we'll make some more. So let's put 20 in here. So as the concentrate gets made, we can start making iron bars. What else? What else? What else? What else? This is now waiting on papers. The paper machine is waiting on gears. The iron gears are made in the shaper, so we don't have that. And I don't think we queued up a shaper. It doesn't look like it. We don't see it in any storage, so the shaper, we need more plates. So we're going to need at least 4 more plates, and then we need 16 pistons. So this can't run, not at the same time the other one does. So we need at least 4 more plates. And then we need 16 pistons. That's 2 pipes per, 2 bars per. We'll have to get more food. So just come over here to the screw press. Let's go ahead and queue the rest of that up. It's just waiting on pipes. Pipes are either going to go in one of these two or that one it can pull from. So it's really just waiting on iron. So once this stops running, oh wait. Oh, we're 5 power short. So because the sawmill is running right now, we don't have the power to run the screw press. So we do really need to look at some more power. It's a dangerous thing when you start getting into mechanics. You're constantly needing more and more power. Do you want everything to run at the same time? let's quickly go upstairs and check out these oak trees. See where they're at. 93, 94. They're about 8 hours off. Some of them are full grown, but where the hell? Oh. 15 hours off on all of these that we actually planted. Alright, so we need more power. So what we'd want to do is, since this is here, I'm going to bring another windmill and put it over here. So we need to get some more hewn. And we will figure out where this is. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, it's 1, 2, 3. That's the blaze for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, right here. What's this tree? An 83. We might just start cutting down these oaks and getting them, at least some of them. So 6. Let's do the ladder. Chop out these branches. Okay, let's go to the other side of this, so we're closer to the tower. Just come up. Just trimming some trees, that's all. Okay, let's get our ladder up. Alright, so we're looking at one more spot. No, we're not. That would be the top. Yep, right there. Alright, so let's take that out. Don't need these, so put them back in there. Let's go make a couple more. I have yet to be able to cut that piece of wood. I don't know why. I've logged out and it still is inaccessible. Let's come up here and make a couple more windmills. And then we need 15 hewn. And we'll grab 15. Go to 5s. It's easier. Do 15, and then we'll throw it over here. Yeah, pull it, make our windmills, and then we'll throw that up. And then we'll be able to be, while the machinist table is working, that the screw press will work. And then we'll worry about another windmill once we get the shaper up. What else? Let's go shoveling some more sand from down here. Even if it means that we go down the path towards the shipyard. But we don't really need to. I mean, we're using sand to make mortar, we're using sand to make wet bricks, so we're using a lot of sand at the moment. So it doesn't matter that we're making it with the crushed sandstone. Need to clear this stuff out anyway, so might as well clean it up. And worst case, we just bring it over there and then we'll move it to the cart. We'll go ahead and move this stuff into the cart as well. We'll go ahead and grab this crushed. Alright. Guess we won't. Back to sand there. So we want here, we want to get rid of this sand, or this dirt. So we put a stockpile there on the corner. Not enough room. Clay. Okay, so here got smooth to there, and then to here. Guess we'll do to here since it's already dug out a couple in one spot. Might have to fill that back in over time. Fake the flatness in order to make in there to fill it back in. So let's grab this cart and run it back up. Go park it here. This stuff can go into here for now. These can go here. Go ahead and move this stuff down. Move this stuff down. The crushed goes back up here. That goes up there, that goes up there, that goes in there. There's our pipes that go, I'll have to find a spot for them. Alright, so from here, the pipes, they're not supposed to go there. Don't have any other place to put them really. We'll have to move them. Put them down there. Trying to make sure everything's getting done. Okay, so we did all the sand. This is now making this. We need it to go in here first. Throw that over there. I don't want it going here. Okay, let's clean this one up on its stockpiles. Alright, this one comes up. Shouldn't be anything in there to pull from. Shouldn't be anything in there to pull from. That was only getting placed because there was no place for the sand. Okay, so now we got more crush. We got 12, so we can do another 20. We'll go ahead and do 21. We'll get rid of it, most of. Alright, this is looking. Still continuing to grind. How about we go ahead and crush our coal? Where's our coal? Here. Where are we going to put it? It's not going to go there. How about we put it here? Crush coal. Got enough for 20 crafts. And we're going to do this one first. This is waiting on no power. So, yeah, it's waiting on the windmill. Have we done the... Oh, we did them. Okay. Give me one of those windmills then. So we can get our sawmill running at the same time as our shaper is, or our screw press is running. So let's climb this ladder into the sky, turn around. Oh, I guess I went too far. Too hungry. Great. Come on. Obviously, I'm too short to reach that one. So now we're up to 420, so everything should be running. So we're working on the shaper so that we can work on gears to make the paper press. We're making our pistons. We just don't have the iron bars and we don't have the pipes. And here we're waiting on plates. We don't have the pipe. We're waiting on gears, which come out of the shaper. Do we have any more pipes that we can throw somewhere? Storage. There's 10 more pipes. Throw them over there. There's those, and those. Those can go over that direction. Pull them out of here and throw them down here. This is why we want to get things organized. Here. We want to put them back in that first. So let's do that. So if we're trying to take them out of there first, we need to find out where the pipes are going first. They're going way the hell over here, so we don't want to put the pipes there. Pipes cannot fit in there, they need to go in a stockpile. We can't reach the other one, so pipes get moved manually. So you're still almost done making concentrate. You're working on making bars. So it's just a matter of things that are crafting right now completing. You are still making more crushed. You're crushing our coal. Yes, this is totally crushing my coal. La 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 la. Doo doo. Inspector Gadget. Alright, what do we want to do? Try to decide what we want to do. Still waiting on more pistons for the shaper. So, still got 10 pistons to go. So we get the shaper. The laboratory is waiting on paper, which is waiting on the paper mill, which is waiting on gears, which is waiting on the shaper, which is waiting on pistons, which is waiting on iron bars, which is waiting on a little more concentrate, but basically just the production aspect, considering it takes 4 minutes and 25 seconds per craft. Saw blades we're not worried about yet. Okay, so we've finished that. How much more concentrate do we have? We have another 45, which would be 22? No. Could do 20. Because this has still got 12 crafts. Getting 2 per, so that's another 24. So if we do 24 plus what we already have, that makes us have 70, which would be 32. Nope. Yeah. No, 30. So we can do another 30, which gives another 30 concentrate. Over here we have more silica, another 56. So let's go ahead and make 60, because as we crush the iron in the first arasta, it's making some crushed sandstone as it is. So we'll get the other 6. So let's, nope, not there. These. Take this stuff, throw it in here. Ultimately, we'll do the copper and get it crushed and moved. Crush this rock from the crushed coal. Let's go ahead and take these and move them down here with the rest of the glass. Doing all these roads, we'll go find a cart to throw them in. That one is full. I think this one's full too. Full enough. There, now it's full. We got room for 2 somewhere. If we take out the dirt in place of the 2, let's go throw this dirt somewhere. Where was... I had a hole. Oh, there it is. We could actually come out one more. That would raise that one up 1, that one up 1, and then we'd have the 1 step here to get to 1 step here to get up here. Got all kinds of wood laying around. Alright, so we're just waiting on iron production. So we got to do something else in the meantime to waste time. Which we ought to just go ahead and start throwing down more road. Well, the only way to throw down more road is to dig up some rock that's in the way, or we go out to the desert where we got 2 carts that are basically full of rows with no room to throw the dirt. Wait, did we make our silo? Or what was the silo waiting on? Silo was waiting on pipes. Pistons. So we've got one extra pipe for the pistons. And we need 6 here, so we need to make 5 more pipes. And it takes 0.11. So if we make 10 pipes, that's 5.5. So we have to do 20. That would get this needs to be able to see where the pipes are going. The pipes are going to go... Oh hell, let's just pull from here. So now we'll be making our silo. We're making more pipes in order to replace the ones we just used. Silo will then be able to be placed up above on the ground, and we can get rid of a lot of the items in storage chests over here. I mean, we could take all of our fruits, our vegetables, toss them in the silo to give them longer shelf life. See, this says it's increased by 60% just by being in the icebox. The silo will be even better. But we could throw all these seeds into it. Like I said, throw all the raw food. Open up these ice boxes for prepared food. Things like the oil and the huckleberry, the cereal germ. I think these are all have to be in the ice box. I don't think they'll go in the silo. I know these two won't. But 2 seconds. 2, 1. Where's our silo? There's our silo. Alright, let's go. Dummy. I'm gonna need to do something about that. I keep stepping in that hole. So now the silo. We can stick the silo up here. Actually, no, let's not put it there. That should be on, yep, my homestead, my main homestead. So now in the silo, we could take our wheat. It makes the stacks even bigger. It's still 60%, but still. The aspect is we can throw all of these vegetables, instead of being at 40 stack high, you throw seeds in there. See, the meat won't go in. flour, the sugar won't go in. So we can throw all these seeds in here. Throw our vegetables in. See, those prepared items don't go in there. Those go in. That doesn't go in. We can throw those in. So that cleaned up a lot of space. See, we can actually get another one of these and we'll put it up here towards this end so it's closer to the farm table. So that we can take all the seeds out. We want it to be in between the kitchen and the farm table. So ultimately, I don't know what we're going to do. Either that or we'll have two. One, and then we can just move, you know, raw food over to the silo for the farm table to make more seeds. But that's the silo. Stores all the stuff. I mean, we could put plant fiber in here, not wood pulp, plant fiber. Because I'll show you the fact that plant fiber or wood pulp does not go in there. So we can take this one. Wood pulp does not feed or go. Crops, seeds, fertilizer. That's it. So now we have to go and redo our tables, our cooking tables, because now we've changed the source location of where they're pulling from. So from here, storage, all the way to the bottom, storage silo. We can pull that right here, and this is going to be a take from. Baked agave can go up there. These go in here, these go in here, these go in here. For here, we need to do the same thing. We need to go all the way to the bottom, find that new one. Take this and run it all the way up. Above the storage chest. It becomes take from. We really don't need to see all that stuff. Now the thing is, we'll want to put pineapples towards the end. We'll want to... I don't have huckleberries in there. Alright, so let's move these and these to there. Beets need to come backwards. Commas, taro. Junk shit. I don't know why I bothered to put them over here, but I did. and stick the beans there. We'll stick these here. Stick these here. Amanitas. We'll stick right there. We'll stick these here. We'll stick these here. We don't have any more of the other one. Go ahead and stick that there. Stick that there. Stick this down this way. Don't have any pumpkins or pricklies. And we don't have any huckleberries. So if we make anything with fruit, then it's going to use up the pineapples because it's the only thing there. That's palms. So now we've done some more cleanup. There's our paper milling book. Throw our claims and our claim stake into the chest. These go to here real quick. We can't reach that far, and then we pull them out of there. We put them here. What are you waiting on? Iron bars. $40 iron bars. There we go. Should get the pistons going again. So we could go ahead and make 2 of these, one for each living room. We'll go ahead and queue up the other ones because we'll be making paper before long. We need 2 of these. Large lumber stockpile. As much as I'd like to make that and show you that, I have to do a ton of digging out in areas that I don't want to right now to be able to place that. Because it is 12 tiles by 12 tiles by 11 tiles high. I seriously want that underneath the craft rooms to clean up a lot of these stockpiles, and I don't have to have stockpiles everywhere. And then moving things around as much as I do. We can make 2 of these. So we can replace the beds that are currently in the bedrooms. Those are using electric power. Not mechanical, so we can't do those. What's that waiting on? Oh, fabric. We need 20 fabrics over here to be able to make those. So let's come over here, find our fabric. Nope. Grab our 20. Come over here and drop them in this chest. That shelf is waiting on the paper. That one is waiting on that. So if we go here and then we go here, that'll pull those. We can do that. I'll use that up. Go here. I like combining stacks so that it saves a space here or there. So that's making wood boards. We don't have any more wood boards. Well, crud. Another thing we got to queue up again. I keep making more and more boards. It's kind of like queuing up mortar and queuing up roads or whatever. We just keep making more and more and more. It's insane. I queue up 400 boards and they disappear. So what we are making our iron. Our iron is going elsewhere. Alright, that made our irons. That no. Pipe. Needed more work. There we go. This has finished that. We can make 10 crushed, or get rid of the 10 there. We don't have any more iron in there. We did the coal. The limestone is running, it just not doing very much. You are waiting on 13 granite. So 13 granite. Do we have 13 granite somewhere? No, but we can easily get it. Yeah, it's all basalt, so. Let's take this, throw it all down here. Oh, I don't know what I feel like doing right now. I know I need to probably end this episode before we get into doing like we have and have an hour and a half, 2-hour session. Tailings can go there because they'll go down to stockpile underground. limestone, so let's throw that up here. I cleared out another stockpile down below. The crushed mixed can go into the crushed stone for road, or crushed for road. Grab these and run down here. That goes into the crushed limestone, which we don't have room for, so it'll stay there. Oh, I don't know what to do right now. I'm drawing a blank because we're just kind of waiting on the iron to be made and pipes to be made for pistons and everything else up along the line of those that chain of events to get the rest of what is queued up on here. Like I said, the laboratory is waiting on paper. Paper is waiting on the paper mill. The paper mill is currently waiting on gears, which come out of the shaper, which is waiting on pistons. And the pistons are being produced. They have all their pipes, they have all their bars in that stockpile behind the wall over there. So we're just waiting on the other 4 to be produced before the shaper. No, we are not canceling that. Before the shaper is done. So the worst object that we could do is go ahead and queue up our lathe, which is going to take more iron plates and or iron wheels. Yeah, see, you have to have the shaper laid down before you can queue up the lathe. So I can't even queue up a lathe until I get the shaper laid down. Now these are going to be interesting, making these. This is, we can start laying down transmission poles and connect up any power we have anywhere, or transport, say, the mechanical here over somewhere else in order to use, say, more arastas somewhere else. Or you queue up, when you get electrical power, you just transport it to wherever you want. I forget the range on those. I think it's like 15 tiles. I mean, they're 1 by 1 by 8 high, but we'll run them along the roads and not just straight across the terrain. We won't be able to do them through tunnels or whatever, but so we'll have to find a way to do that. But over the flat terrain, we'll take care of it. Let's say we get electrical power up, which would probably be the steam engine. Produces 8,000 watts of mechanical. Okay, we don't want that. That's just serious. It's a polluter instead of being green like water wheels and windmills. It's just going to produce a hell of a lot more. We do need... Stamp mill is electrical. What was the screening? Mechanical. We might do some more windmills. and get them up. Or we'll do water wheels to where we can get a lot more power. But in order to do my water wheel thing, I have to dig out a massive area. It's got to be at least, what, about 10 tiles high, I believe. Well, if it's all going to be underground, I have to have at least 10 tiles, so probably 2 floors in order to make one. So I'd have to find the right spot to do it. But those are things to work towards to improve our crushing and our, in a sense, rocking. Because these are the crap recipes, so we get a lot of wet tailings. And if we move into... So if we're looking at the copper concentrate level 1, we are getting 3 wet tailings for each one. If we go into the... Oh, that's the froth. Thought there... Alright, we'll look at the iron. The iron goes in the screening machine. But for the rocker, we're getting 2 wet tailings. If we get to the screening machine, it is... we get 1 concentrate for the same 2.5 crushed. Actually, I think that's base of 3. Yeah, that's a base of 3. So we still need it. We need at least a level 2 module in there to make that work to be better than what we already have. But it gives only 1 dry tailing instead of 2 wet. So this is why we want to eventually move up to these and get rid of the basic Arastas and the basic rockers. And other things in... You know, screening machine can also then be used to make sand concentrate level 2. It's taking 4 silicas to make 2 sand instead of what would be 2 to 1 in here, but with 50% it's 1 to 1. So we need that to be down to 2. So we'd probably still use the rockers for sand because we're not getting tailings out of it, and that's the biggest thing. So rockers become sand concentrators until you have the equivalent module in there in a screening machine or above to not be wasting more materials than what you could if you used the lower recipe that has a better module. So like I said here, until we have, if that's using 3 as its base and we're already using 2.5, we need to at least cut 25% off of the 3 to get it under 2.5. 25% of that would move it down to 2.25, and then that's where we would use a screening machine with at least a module 2 in it. But we can't make modules for advanced until we get the laboratory up, which is in the process of trying to do. Because as we said, the laboratory requires the paper mill requires the shaper being up to produce one of the items for it. So it's a process, but we are getting closer. Our shaper... How close is the shaper now? Oh, the shaper's done. There's the shaper. So now we can put the shaper down. We put the shaper here. It's got power. So now we can make our iron gears. But we have to cue this up and cue this up. So now how many gears did we need? For our paper mill, we needed 6. So to in this session, we will queue up 6 gears, and they are 1 per. So then we can just go ahead and queue up 6. Start them. Go get a little bit more food in our belly so we can finish the max. I really should move this. So now our gears are being made. We'll get those at the start of the next episode, so that it will start going in there. As they're made, they're thrown in here to start making the paper mill. So the paper mill will be done in the beginning of the next session. So we'll start on paper. And paper is going to require what? Cellulose fiber. So we need 2 cellulose fiber per paper. We need 20 papers for this. For these 2 shelves, we need another 100 papers. So that's 120 papers. So 240 cellulose fiber. So cellulose fiber, we need 240. Which is natural fiber. That's plant fibers, wood pulp, kelp. So we're going to be going and getting a lot of plant fibers by clearing out Soleil up here in the warm forest with the sickle. So that's going to be part of our episode next time. So we'll go do a lot of reaping. We did have some cellulose, so we'll pull it from here. We do have 80 right there. So I guess we didn't really need to have all of that. But that will be our task for next time. So hope everyone enjoyed this. As I said, we're getting closer and closer to having the assembly line up. It's just a few more machines away. But I will see everyone in the next episode. Until then, enjoy your morning, your afternoon, your evening, wherever you happen to be.